What is up, everybody, and welcome to the final delete, 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 deletion of the Matt and Jeff Hardy saga. Which, oh yeah, it's a lot to say about this, really. And where do you begin about the final deletion of where this is going? And I'm kind of glad now I saved this review to talk about this because this is pretty much the biggest of the big. But we kicked it off with, Matt at his house celebrating Maxwell's first birthday party, and this gardener is like a disclaimer guy telling everybody in Spanish, what is his name, Senor Benjamin, their groundskeeper. So this is all performed by professionals, and that he told them to prepare the battlefield for massacre. This is gonna get good on later on tonight, but pretty much kicking off in the Impact Zone, the Pope and Josh Matthews talked about the X Division title. But Bennett was out there is pissed that he does not even he's gonna go to option C, and that TNA needs a hero that they desperately need and stuff. Pretty much Dixie Carter came out. People say this now. That's what people have been writing about, saying that there's only one guy clapping for Dixie Carter really, and really when she comes out. So I don't know why. She should just only be part of the show maybe one time really, and that's it. Bennett though, he pretty much said that Dixie should be out there to give him a title shot. And he said, option C, it will be in effect, but you got to defend the title one more time, and it's going to be in an Ultimate X match right now. And even though I feel like they could have saved this next week for Destination X next week, it's like Ultimate X is like good when you look at it, but it's just like we're just throwing guys in there. I mean, we can't take away from the athletes and great athleticism, but sometimes there needs to be a real story to this. Really, that's what it has to do with the X Division, because it doesn't make sense, but it is stacking the deck against Bennett, get payback. So it was Mike Bennett versus Trevor Lee versus Eddie Edwards versus Braxton Sutter versus Mandrews versus DJZ. By the way, Mandrews is a better shot. Versus Rockstar Spud versus Andrew Rabbit. Ultimate X. And once again, it was a great match, actually, to be honest, the X Division match. It was actually enjoyable. But it just needs to be a story behind half these guys. Like, we just threw them in there. I know some of them have characters, but they need more time so they can build the X Division up. Really. But pretty much in the end, Eddie Edwards was won. He took out Mike Bennett and was able to climb across it and win the X Division title, which was a crazy. EC3 and Drew Galloway were suspended after brawling with each other in the back. But it was pretty much a pull apart then. Some people expected a huge brawl, but they just pulled apart each other. James Storm winning against Eli Drake for the Kingdom Mountain Championship. I still don't, people don't give a crap for his title, but they do like James Storm being in it. And after the whole Eli Drake segment last week, which was actually really great between him and Storm, it actually can go somewhere as a feud, but it's just this title no one cares about. And even though it was pretty much by DQ, since Drake hit him with the belt, it gives it more time to build this up. So I can enjoy it when it happens and how it goes. This is the first of them, so yeah. Eddie Edwards saw how he had the X Division title. He was thinking about option C. Marty Bell went against Jade in a street fight, which I gotta say that the ending to that match with Jade doing her finisher, that package pile driver on the chair, just looked dangerous, really. But I don't know why they had a hardcore match this quickly. And both women worked hard, and I like the knockouts. I like both of them, but people get confused of who's the face, who's the heel throughout both of these two. So it's kind of like, why, really, they had a hardcore match. And this feud could go somewhere, but it's just they need more time so people can care about both Marty Bell and Jade. Jeff Hardy, back at the final deletion saga. Jeff was pretty much mowing his lawn, and then he played his guitar until a drone came in. The drones attacked his house, by the way, which one had a hologram of Matt saying, calling out Brother Nero, we would do this at our house, saying it's the final deletion. It's like a mechanized thing of what's going to happen. And Jeff just ran out saying, oh, hell no, and ran after it with his bike. But then Matt was on a lawnmower messing up Jeff Hardy's lawn after it. He pretty much a very great artistic looking his lawn, which looked raw, but he messed it up, which they it's so crazy. You don't even know what to do to this whole thing. It's just we'll get back to the Hardy saga, but Bennett was back in the ring and cut a promo. He was pissed that he wanted the X Division title back. He demanded it. Billy Corgan came out, man, and stuff, because they said it's time to get rid of Dixie. And like Marie just kept repeating herself once both of them were out there. It's either me or her, 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 me or her. And Bennett said, you know, it's the biggest difference in the company. I'm a star, pretty much. You should treat me like one. As Corgan said, stop it. We've had enough of this. But you are acting like children. And then pretty much Mike Vince says, we're not going to quit. But we will mess up Destination X next week. I will find a way to ruin it. To which I give Mike Bennett great on the mic and everything, but this whole thing with Dixie's just, I don't feel like it's working. And Billy Corgan, I don't even understand why. You know, he's a legend in his own right from what he does. Then we go back to Matt Hardy, which Reby, I have speaking Spanish to Senior Benjamin, preparing the battlefield for fireworks, asking if Matt is okay. As Matt says, it's going to take a lot of fuel to delete Brother Nero, and we will delete him tonight. A bit scary seeing Rosemary, well, the Decay, went against the Bromans and Raquel, since they showed Rosemary making out with Bram in the back now. Then they showed a hidden camera thing, which just makes no sense, even though they beat the Decay, but will the Decay break up? I don't know. Eddie Edwards was in the ring with JB, talking about what is his decision, and this was actually one of the best promos of the night to build up this. Of what he was going to announce, you know, after winning the X Division title. Lashley talked about, like, you're likable, you know, I'm a likable person and everything, but I destroy people, I end careers. He said, yes, Edwards is a great tag wrestler, but you're making a mistake. You don't want to go against me. Look what happened to Kurt Angle. He's gone. He's not here anymore. I took out Galloway. I took out EC3. They're not getting a title shot anymore. And Lashley said, you know, we could make history. You know, let's go both for both. Pretty much broke. Well, not broke for both, but let's go all in. You don't got to vacate that title. But how about you champion versus champion? Both titles on the line. If I win, pretty much I get both. Well, he rips the heart of the X Division. If you win, you get both titles and make history. And then Lashley says, go hard or go home, pretty much, and everything. Because you can forget this ever happened, save yourself, you can accept it. But Edwards says that Lashley doesn't know, you don't know me that well. And he said the X Division means everything, everyone, a wrestler, and they are some of the best wrestlers in the world that held this title. He said, let's do it. And they both held up the titles. Pretty much Lashley pushed him to the ground, suplex, and was going to go for a spear. But Edwards pretty much got him with a kick and cleared the ring after that. Which was actually a really good segment. I'm kind of glad they're going live next week after I heard the news for Destination X between Eddie Edwards and Bobby Lashley. So I really actually have been really looking forward to this title match. Especially Edwards is great on the mic. He showed fire in it. I like both of them. They gave it that big main event feel. I wish the crowd would have reacted a little bit bigger, and I hope they do next week, because that was actually a really good segment. But then we had a sit-down interview with Galloway and EC3, telling him who's the best in the world right now, professional. So how do we go this next week? Because EC3, I'm going to put on my ass-kicking jeans, and I'm going to kick your ass, pretty much, to Galloway. Because like we've been going with this feud, and we'll settle it next week. And as the madness came on, a referee came to Matt Hardy's house, and he says, what is this? And Matt says, you are a licensed official, right? Then I give you will know certain time that you will resuscitate Brother Nero. You will not help him. As Matt played a violin in the ring, Jeff came on his dirt bike, and Matt said it, pretty much Matt Hardy. Oh god, Matt Hardy, you know, this is his Armageddon and everything. So it was Broken Matt versus Jeff Hardy, and oh my god, with the music playing and them doing wrestling moves, hitting each other with kendo sticks, as Matt even had a ladder pushed up to Jeff's throat saying, delete, 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 delete. Jeff climbed a tree. He put Matt on the ladder, climbed a tree, and hit a swanton bomb after that. And then they went ringside, which they shot Roman candles at each other. Jeff said, "What is wrong with you?" He said, "It's over, Brother Nero. It's over." As Matt walked up to see who deleted Jeff, he said, "Oh shit," and ran as Jeff fired Roman candles at him as Matt hid under a boat, I believe. Then Matt put Jeff in a sleeper and put him in the water, and Matt said, "Brother Nero is flesh." But then the Willow laughed. Later, Willow came from the water and attacked him with the So Jeff turned the Willow that quick. And then Senior Benjamin hit a taser on the Willow, but then Jeff grabbed him, and then Matt pretty much had a flashlight and he said, "Brother Nero," he found the Willow on the ground, and he unmasked him. He said, "Senior Benjamin," no. It was Senior Benjamin in the Willow costume. Jeff pretty much attacked Matt again, and then they went into a dirt pile. Jeff put him in a chokehold, left him. He climbed a Hardy symbol, and I don't know whose yard this is. Climbed it, and then it had a flashback of the birthday candle about the extinguisher of his family, Matt. He set it on fire. Jesus Christ, this is just pretty much dangerous right here. It's just dangerous how he set on fire, and oh my God, Jeff, the professional he is, I'm glad he felt the right way, because I was scared he was going to get on fire. Him and Matt and the referee. And Matt, they were very close to that fire, but Matt was able to pin Jeff Hardy and win the final deletion match, as he pretty much stood, had his arms out to close the show with the burning Hardy symbol in the back. And my God, if this isn't the definition of insanity, I don't know what this is in TNA. But my God, I'm glad they got a lot of viewers this week over this. I'm very happy they got a lot of viewers over this. I know people are gonna crap say this is wrestling. My God, hey, let's look at Lucha Underground. This is the same thing we see on there, and I know this is inspired by Lucha Underground in a way also, but come on, TNA actually has been put on great television, but they just ain't getting the ratings. That's just a problem, really. And you know, after I've heard today that they're moving to Thursday nights, I don't know what to say on that. I get it that we know SmackDown's coming on Tuesday, and I know competition's not going to look good for them, and they probably will lose more ratings. And we know everyone doesn't have Pop TV and everything, and I know people are going to be watching SmackDown live a lot. I don't know if it's going to go that long, because the ratings of SmackDown aren't that good anyways, but it's like, I don't know. Hopefully this is the last of this Matt Hardy versus Jeff Hardy thing anyways, because this has gone long enough, in all honesty. I have enjoyed it. It has been funny and hilarious and crazy, and I'm finally glad Matt got the win. But if this didn't make you watch TV, you have to go watch this. You have to watch this. Even other wrestlers love this thing. Jim Ross, Chris Jericho, Kurt Angle, a lot of guys. Just look it up. So it's fucking insanity. But I love every little bit of it. I can't wait till Jim Cornette rips this apart, to be honest. Because we know Jim is going to rip it apart of who let this happen in TNA. Who let this go on? I want to know who let this go on this long. But hopefully we get Matt Hardy, another Matt Hardy back, as in maybe Big Money Matt. Because Broken Matt Hardy has gone long enough. But it's funny as fuck, dude. But I am out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace. So delete.